view from the front door out to the garden. Bird feeders there. And we'll go inside the house. So the hall has a stone render painted. I think we last painted this about 20 years ago, so it's doing well. And you can see lots of cabling because my son has run Ethernet cables everywhere so that he can study from home at college. Turning right into the blue room, as we call it, on the east side of the house. 2 radiators, full double glazing sash windows on the south side, casement on the east side, because the casement windows came insulated, which is best to put in the east or north side of a house. And as you can hear, we can no longer hear the birds when the door is closed, the windows are closed, sealed. It's excellent soundproofing. Stove for more efficient use of logs rather than the open fire. Rough rendered wall. And beautiful wooden floor. The room has a new ceiling, was put in, gosh, about 15 years ago, with coving and a central rose. It's hard to know whether the door's original, but they're certainly in keeping. Could be original. House is so old it's hard to know what's genuinely original. And the render around the edges is a little rough and ready. So there's little bits of sort of repairs could be done around the house. Lovely archway. Cosmetic repairs, we call them. Not a high priority for us. All the work that's been done, new roof, new windows, chimney linings, has all been done for what's important to be done to the house. Cosmetics weren't important in our lives, so the next owner can do the fun stuff. So no skirting board in here. Same coving and rose. Again, 2 radiators. So in this room we have open fireplace. So I'll go back to the hall. While I'm here, we replaced some of the sockets with sockets that have USB rather, which is handy. The internet is on a fibre, which is good. Going through to the larder and into the kitchen that end, and up the stairs. And you can see the wonderful mountain behind. Going through to the bathrooms, plenty of storage for coats. Downstairs toilet. Window out to the backyard. And main bathroom with large bath, view out to the garden. And separate shower, bidet and toilet. Wooden panel ceiling and lino floor. Going to turn the lights off as I go through. And going into the kitchen. In the larder we've got open shelving and Plenty of room for freezer, big fridge and laundry, which could equally also go outside in the back shed. Here we have a rough render. The surround of this door was never finished, so again, cosmetic work you could do. Lovely new carpet. Again, different door coming into the dining room. Give you a different view. Larder has a crazy paved floor, which is most unusual. And in the kitchen, got the spiral staircase going up to what's currently being used as a home office. Excuse the noise, I have the oven on at the moment, making buns. Lovely sized kitchen, great family space. Large double sink. You can wash the vegetables in one sink and have your welly boots in the other. And enjoy the birds in the garden. Watch the family playing outside, which is nice. And again above the cooker, wonderful view. We have a finch at the moment that we've rescued there, cleaning himself. He comes in at night. Hopefully he'll fly again soon. Gas coming through into the kitchen, which is great to be able to cook with a gas hob. And we have the stove here, which heats the radiators and the water, as well as the oil boiler out in the back shed. And that staircase brings us up to what is currently being used as an office. It could also be a bedroom. And then you have the back door there going out to the back shed. So I've now come up the staircase. Here's the kitchen. One large radiator in this room. And the warmth comes up from the kitchen, which is a wonderful place to work. So and right through to the bedroom on the east side. So currently we're on the west end of the building. Bring you to this window. Excuse me. Beautiful winter's day, and beyond the trees there is Adrigole Harbour. Leave that window open, I think. So going through into the airing cupboard, large walk-in, walk-through airing cupboard with 3 doors. Very simple shelving, all a bit rough in here and could be tidied up. It was never important to us, and but it's useful for you to be able to see if you can't physically view the house. This is what this video is for, to show you all the bits and pieces. And the pipes are left open there to be able to dry clothes off. And this is what I call the back door to the bedroom, through to, I guess you could call this the master bedroom. Sash windows. And this one views out onto the yard. It's useful for you to be able to see the roof there. Rough render walls. Again. Large radiator, which we don't actually turn on. Don't need to. Fantastic large landing. Kind currently being used as a home office. Previously used as a library room or even as a spare room, because living down here you'll find you have a lot of guests. And going through to the bedroom on the east side, slightly smaller than the orange room. Double radiator in the corner there. Again, we don't turn it on unless someone was poorly and left in bed during the day. Then, and here's your view looking out to the garden. There you go. There's the outside log shed and garden shed. We have an owl hut that we built there. You can hear the traffic there. It's kind of useful to be able to hear that. Sounds like a van. And when we close this window, we have silence. Okay. Going through to the landing. And looking down onto that staircase. Heritage Velux windows are fitted at the rear of the house. There's a casement window. Okay, insulated. Those bars there are for the teenagers' pull-ups, for their fitness. Lovely landing. And going through to the last bedroom with the leaning ceiling, 2 Velux. You can see the thickness of the walls, which is useful. And another double radiator. Oh, fantastic view of the mountain here. If we can see that. Rather marvellous. Open the Velux. Oh, you can see the stripping in order to keep it. It's what they call the heritage Velux, which you could Google. What a lovely breeze. There you go. And then coming back through here to give you an idea of the space. Seeing things from different angles. And we'll walk down the spiral staircase. I think those buns are ready to be turned on now. So there's the back door, and we'll go out there now. Going through the kitchen door. You can hear the pitter-patter of little feet now. This is, come on girls. We're into a lot of sports here. There's a lot of Wellingtons. This shed is fantastic for all your logs and your water sports. Dog beds. Really is a super shed. So, out into the courtyard. And we'll see the little maintenance shed, or chalet as we call it. Plenty of lighting here, fantastic workshop. There's a split door. If you want to work in there and keep the dogs out. Come on, girls. I'll just turn the lights off in there 1 second. Oh, it's just started raining. Might see a rainbow. Hello, girls. So here we have the driveway. You go through the gate. You can see the road at the end of the driveway. You can hear the occasional car or truck. And over here, got the campsite next door. So the land goes up to those leylandi and into the depths of those bushes. I suppose the furthest tree you can see really is all I could say there. So we'll head up behind the house. You hear the finches. The lovely stream here that channels the mountain water down, and the area where you dump all the stuff. So the compost, the old compost bins, posts and diesel for the heating. And then up round the back here you can hear the waterfall in the rain we had earlier, and might be useful to see the back of the house. And the land follows those posts there. And you can see the roof at the back of the house there. And the back shed. And the roof of the chalet. And we'll head back down to the car parking area. Back down to the car parking area. On the driveway. Through the big gate. So I'll bring you down to the field. So the plot that's for sale for $350 includes all of the gardens, obviously the piece of land behind, house and outdoor sheds, that wooded area over to the east, which I'll bring you to now, and this little field in front of the house, which I'll bring you down to. The lawn has lots of wild daffodils growing, which are rather lovely. Hear the wind in the trees. And there's your little field with a lean-to made out of scraps for the donkey. We'll bring you into the woods. There's a small gate there going into the small field. This area here, a very large gonera, will come up, and we have a sea of bluebells are starting to sprout already. It's an absolute blanket of blue. It's beautiful. So coming through here you can see a variety of interesting trees just starting to bud now, so it's hard to see the full potential of them at the moment, and a New Zealand fern hidden in there. Oh, I just saw a pheasant running into the bushes. And in here we have the donkey and goat fenced off into this little section at the moment for them to keep back the brambles as they're coming up in bud. Give them something nice and fresh to munch on. Bit of rubbish there we dumped there, that'll be cleared up there from some work we were doing last week. And as you can see, a variety of trees have been planted. Birch, beech, hazel, etc. Holly, oak. And the land goes through all of that there, through those woods, as far as you can see the depth of those bushes. There's a wall there that Elsie sat on. Coming through here, a new compost bin, and going round, you can see the back of the house where the casement windows are that I was telling you about, and a small backyard, and that door goes through to the shed down there, and where I was stood before behind the workshop chalet and the fencing at the back there, and then into the log shed. Very handy, these sheds. We re-roofed them in March. And the gardener's shed. See if I can show you the roof. Yep, there you go. I've gone behind that electric fencing now to bring you up behind the log shed. Hey Patrick. Hello. There's a good boy. Yes. Hello. No, you can't eat this. You can see behind the house there. No, don't eat me. Eat your dinner. Is that nice? Good boy. I'll come down here. I'll come down through here. So the land goes up to all that fencing back there. And to the edge of the fencing, there's a little wall and then some fencing in the back there. And coming through here to the corner of the garden, some lovely space through here. And a long little wall going all along the back there. We're leaving this gate open at the moment. That goes into the field for the donkey and goat. That field is not part of the current plot for sale at 350, but could possibly be available if someone needed it. We can discuss the price of that. So heading back in. So coming back, lovely contorted hazel in there. There she is. It's beautiful. Taking down a couple of leylandi in there. We're just letting them lie for now, so that'll all get tidied up before summer. So here's the house up close. The house has had all the cement mortar that was amongst the rock and rubble the house is built off removed, and then lime mortar and then lime render put on her, hence she looks kind of rugged. She's actually incredibly well finished, to give you an idea. And we made the decision to plant various bushes to decorate the house instead of painting it. Felt it was more fun. You can see all the guttering is iron.